Mahmoud Abbas an embassy inside the Vatican. There's actually the PLO flag is actually flying in the Vatican.
Oh,
And he called Mahmoud Abbas his angel of peace.
oh.
Oh my God.
And he actually said, you can get
I
this,
knew that, that's so
That's
funny.
crazy.
that ISIS is not a terrorist organization.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
It just seems friendly.
Now what's
Deception.
interesting is, speaking of the casting out, on Yom Kippur, when the Yom Kippur War started, guess who just got off the plane in Jerusalem? Pope Francis.
Oh, wow.
On that day, and the war started as soon as he walked off the plane.
Wow, that's
You can
crazy.
check that out. But he wasn't the Pope yet, he was the supreme commander of the Jesuit order.
Wow.
And then what did he do on another Yom Kippur? A couple years ago he came to the United States.
Oh yeah.
And he made sure he came when all the Jews in Congress and Senate would be on the High Holy Day. They wouldn't be attending the speech.
Mm.
And the first thing he brought up, if you watch it, you'll be amazed, is he brought up Moses, the lawgiver. And he brought up Yom Kippur. Because the first Yom Kippur in Israel's history under the law is Moses is on the mount at Yom Kippur. And that day he ascends, his face shines from being in the very presence of God, just like the high priest is on Yom Kippur. And he brings up that fact at that actual address. And that's the first time a pope has ever addressed a joint session of Congress in the history of the United States. So that day is interesting because he talked a lot about Israel and the role of Israel and the role of peace. And what he sees the Vatican as a chief player in bringing world peace, in saving the earth and saving the environment, but with the United Nations.
Mm.
And as you know, in 2 days, the World Day of Peace and Safety is coming up.
Yeah.
And Pope Francis is going to be the world spokesman, they say, for it. He's going to have a special address from the Vatican about peace and safety all over the world. And we see the world on the precipice of maybe another world war, as well as other regional wars that are flaring up. So we see these same patterns playing out over and over and over again. So when it says there's nothing new under the sun, it's interesting because these same patterns are replaying.
Mm.
And we're seeing it now. All right, can we take a brief break here?
Yeah.
Yes.